beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-November 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Virgo. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you. But let's go and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's happening through the end of November. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from future self or spirit guide. We're going to do 3 yes or no questions as well, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But let's jump back to this first column, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have a summary card of perception. This is interesting. So this means that your perception on something has changed. And one of the really interesting things about this card is if you read the definition, it's almost like giving yourself permission, Virgo, to change your beliefs or change your opinion or change your mind. So perception is great. There's more information there. There's more context there now. But again, take this, I guess, as validation or the okay that it's okay to change your mind. But let's see what messages we have coming through here for column number 1. So again, what's wrapping up and coming to a close for you. The first card we have is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is very patient, but oftentimes this leads to a new job, raise, promotion, some sort of money news. So it definitely feels like there's been some sort of shift here because we look at our next card, which is the World card. The World card is the last card in the Major Arcana, and it's a card of completion. It's completing a goal or a lesson. I do think some of you potentially could have switched job roles, switched companies. It's almost like we're done with something and then here's the new opportunity. So some sort of start-stop there for you, Virgo. And at the bottom here we have the Hierophant. This is a card of expectations, and I feel like this new opportunity is really going to exceed expectations. So generally speaking, I really like the energy of what I'm seeing here so far. Let's go ahead and clarify this column though and see what other messages we have. The first card that we have is the Death card. I always like to point out that the Death card does not actually mean death, but it does indicate transformation and change. And it indicates that it's time to end something and time to move on to something new. So pretty fitting because again, I feel like we are stopping something and picking up something new here, Virgo. I like the Death card too because it's like the grass is greener on the other side. So we're going to be very happy. Again, we already said this is exceeding expectations. The next card we have is the Two of Swords. Anytime we have 2 of something on a card, it's a card of having to make a decision. So I do think, again, we're making a decision to go after this new opportunity, to end whatever this current opportunity is. So that decision being made. And then at the bottom we have the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Swords, this is oftentimes new clarity, new idea. This could be your expectations changing as well. But in general, I think this is more so just speaking to this new opportunity. So endings and beginnings here for you. Okay, Virgo, let's go and take a look at our next column, which is just general what's coming for the remainder of November. We have the card Dependability. This is an interesting one and not one that comes up very often. It's pretty literal, and I don't typically have a lot of advice around this card other than make sure you're staying dependable. Somebody is counting on you for something. Maybe you're counting on yourself for something. Dependability, though, is important going into November, it would seem. But let's see what messages we've got here. We have the Ace of Swords coming up again for you, Virgo. This is, again, mental clarity, some sort of new idea. I'm not sure exactly what this clarity is on or what this information is. We're going to see what we can clarify there, but some sort of new mental clarity, so some sort of new information coming in for you. The next card we have is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, this information could potentially like hurt your feelings. It could be something that maybe you didn't want to hear, Virgo. With the Five of Cups, this is a card of like loss, regret, grief, feeling abandoned, feeling unloved. These are the low feelings. So I do think that this information potentially could hurt your feelings in the sense maybe it was not what you were hoping to hear. And with the Moon card is like an unforeseen something. I always tell people it's like the curve in the road that we didn't know was there. I do think this is going to be connected to clarity. Like we're going to find out some piece of information with the Moon card that could trigger some not very great emotions or some lower emotions here. The nice thing with the Moon card though is like trusting your intuition is going to be really important as you navigate through this. And with more clarity, which you'll be gaining, that gets even easier to do. Let's see what other messages are tucked in here, Virgo, and see what else I can give you. The first card we have is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is very traditional, very conventional. It's a card of expectations. It's a card of conformity. Again, this just is different than what you thought it was before. It's different than what you thought it to be. So this is what your expectations were of the knowledge, and the Ace of Swords I think is going to give you some sort of other clarity that's different than, again, what you thought it was going to be. The next card we have is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a card of collaboration. So again, I think this is you finding out the news, hearing the news. Yeah, this is just the communication. I'm trying to see if I can figure out what channel this is coming from. This feels connected to the friend group for many of you, but it may not be. But again, this is like the communication. This is you finding out the news. And at the bottom here, we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is having lots of different options. The nice thing is this is like not going to hinder you because this is showing all the possibilities that are coming from this. Again, it's just different than what you thought it was. And I don't know that it's good or bad. Your reaction to it could be not as positive as we'd like to see. But again, you're just going to see how many possibilities there are still. So interesting message there. We'll see if we can get more detail as we go through the reading. But it does sound like you're going to find out information, potentially information you didn't want. But again, it's not hindering you. It's really actually kind of highlighting some of the possibilities and the options you have available to you. Okay, in our next column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, Virgo. I did buy this new deck, which is like money advice or tidbits on money. So we're going to open up with that. So this is considered a money gem. Release your belief that money is bad or the root of all evil. Judging money and those who have it blocks you from the same wealth you desire. Money is a tool and you are the decider of what is created with that tool. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, really whatever you associate with money. So we have all major arcana cards here, which is really neat. When we see all major arcanas like this, it's like a very loud, bold, clear message. So let's start at the top here. The first card that we have is the Empress. The Empress is such a good card. I love it in the money column. It's great anywhere. But this is a card of creation. It's a card of abundance. So this is the ability to create anything you want with money, to create anything that you want with your career. And then in terms of abundance, one of the things we oftentimes hope for an abundance of is an abundance of money. So in general, just a really good card. Again, that ability to create and that abundance of money. The next card that we have is the Sun card. In terms of good cards in the tarot deck, it really doesn't get much better than the Sun card. This is material happiness, joyous outcome, success. This is being happy with your job. This is being happy with your financial situation. So I love to see this. This is an indicator of success with what you're doing with money, success with what you're doing with your career. And then at the bottom here, we have the High Priestess, and this is about trusting your intuition, trusting your gut feel. So as you navigate anything job or money-wise this month, just make sure you do a gut check, and if it feels good or doesn't feel good, and act accordingly based on that. But let's see what other messages I have here for you. The first clarifier we have is the Chariot. Somebody once described to me the Chariot card as the vroom vroom card, and it means there's action, there's change, you're on a journey. And I love this. You're on a journey moving towards more creation. You're on a journey moving towards more financial abundance. So nice pairing between the Empress and the Chariot here. We're like moving towards everything you want career and money wise. So love to see that. I should call out with the Chariot too, that could be a new vehicle, and since we're in the money column, a new vehicle could be an investment. So some of you could be getting a new vehicle in the next coming weeks. The next card that we have is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is very patient, but this is oftentimes new job, raise, some sort of money news. Again, so indicator of success with the Sun card there. But not only are we thriving in our current state, it looks like there's new money on the horizon for you as well. So love to see that. And then we have the duplicate card of the Empress down here. I was just telling you how great the Empress was. This is again that card of creation and abundance. So not only did you have it once in the money column, you have it twice here, Virgo. So looking really good money-wise this month. Let's move into our next column, which is anything related to love. Similar to the money deck, I did just buy a money card, or excuse me, similar to the money deck, I just bought a love deck. So let's see. It says, a message for you. I'm thinking of you in this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Nice message from a lover there, Virgo. Let's see what love cards we have coming through. Think family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love. The first card that we have is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is oftentimes a money card, but this is a card of financial gain, but also a card of like being self-sufficient. This is very independent type energy, and this doesn't mean that you're not in a relationship or you are in a relationship. It just shows that you're independent and you're thriving on your own, Virgo, which we always like to see. You don't have to be independent, but it's nice that you can be independent. This could be you taking like a trip to yourself too. So let's say you are in a relationship and maybe you have a weekend away without your significant other. It's not good or bad. I just see some alone time for you, and alone time typically is good when we get it. The next card that we have is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is a card of multitasking, and it's of having a lot of different things going on, especially for those of you who are in a relationship. I feel like that could potentially be why you're taking the trip alone. Like maybe you're really busy and your spouse is really busy. So it's just kind of trying to weigh all these things and do all things at once. So that could be some of the independence we're seeing this month, just given the fact that it seems like it's busy. And if you're in a relationship, it's busy for your spouse as well. The next card that we have is the Ace of Cups. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. In the terms of Ace of Cups, this is like the best love one. This is new baby, relationship, proposal, marriage. So if you're hoping to grow your family, this is a great card for you. This is a card if you're hoping to enter into a relationship. This is a good card for you. If you want to get engaged or married, so that moving forward in a relationship. So pretty much whatever you want in terms of love, it's saying it's right here for you. Let's go ahead and clarify and see what other messages we have going on. The first clarifier we have is the Knight of Swords. If you take a look at this card, both the horse and rider are moving very quickly here. So this is fast-paced change. Again, those of you that are single and want to enter into a relationship, that will happen quite quickly for you. Or this trip alone could go really fast. The one thing I'll say too, I was saying you're kind of independent because you both are so busy. I'm feeling that that will correct sooner rather than later. So it's not like you'll be on separate islands forever. It seems to resolve rather quickly there. The next card that we have is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is wishes coming true. So we were talking about the Ace of Cups. You can basically have whatever you want in terms of love. The Nine of Cups is also there saying that for you. So whatever you want, love, make sure you're putting that out there. That's what you're asking for. That's what you're thinking about. This is your wishes coming true, though, in terms of having a baby, entering into a relationship, getting married. And at the bottom here, we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient. Self does just keep coming up. So again, you're going to be doing your own thing at some point in time in these next few weeks. Okay, let's take a look at our fifth and final column now. And see what other messages we have here, Virgo. So this is going to be a message from your future self or spirit guides. We have the summary card of magnetism. I love this. I wholeheartedly believe in manifesting and attracting things to yourself. The important thing with magnetism is to make sure that you're focused on the things that you want, because whatever you're thinking about is what you get. So let's say you're saying, no debt, no debt, no debt. What the universe is hearing is debt, and you're getting more and more debt. So we want to think about abundance, happiness, health, wealth, whatever, love, marriage, children. So make sure you're asking for what you want, putting it out to the universe. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. But let's go ahead and take a look here and see what other messages we have. The first card that we have is the Three of Wands. This is a card of expansion. This is a card of commerce. Again, this is thinking about what you want. I don't know if you want something to grow, if you want more commerce, but this is like, I think these are desires that are coming through. Travel is also associated with this card. Potentially travel is what you want. Again, focusing on the things that you want here. This is also a card of making a plan. So it's like make a plan to how to accomplish these things as well. The next card we have is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of kind of low feelings. This is a card of healing. Potentially, this could be holding you back in the sense that if we're focused on the hurt rather than the healing, that's going to be limiting our ability to, again, do that magnetism and attract the things we want. So just be aware, again, of how we're focusing our energy here, Virgo. And at the bottom here, we have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a card of balance, harmony, and also patience. So think about what you want, be clear about what you want, make a plan, but then also be patient. So kind of let things unfold for you here. Let's go ahead and clarify and see what other messages we have. The first clarifier we have is the Moon card. The Moon card is about trusting your intuition and making voluntary changes. So again, being clear on what you want here, Virgo, and make the changes that you need to make to start to execute on the plan to accomplish those things that you want, to accomplish those desires. The next card we have is the Ace of Cups. We had the Ace of Cups earlier. This is again new baby, relationship, proposal, marriage. If you want any of these things, especially be thinking about any healing that needs to be done, any hurting that's still happening that could potentially prevent the healing. And last but not least, we have the King of Cups. This is a card of being very supportive, being very tolerant, being empathetic, a card of healing. Fits really nicely in with the message of being patient. We have to be tolerant and patient, and again, let things unfold for us here, Virgo. Okay, at this time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1 is the 4 of Spades. This is number 49 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the 5 of Hearts. This is number 2 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the Queen of Diamonds. This is number 12 card. That's going to be a yes. So no, yes, yes for you there, Virgo. If you watched your video earlier this month, we pulled a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of November. Your crystal this month is Tiger's Eye, which is good for decisions. It helps you view things from a distance, and it helps you decide on the right thing. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your healing note says, love creates miracles, heals all wounds, and purifies all energies. Thank you so much, Virgo, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. If you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Virgo, and I hope you have a wonderful November.